Hey guys, welcome back to the Vid-Bits. My name's Brian, aka Pops, and I'm hanging out with you. And we are back with some more Chrono Trigger. Man, my computer's laggy today. Hey Slater, how are you doing, man? I agree. Man, my computer's laggy today. Pardon me? How we doing, Cocoa Beat? Need to remember waiting for your Adderall and Red Bull combo to kick in. Whew. What a combo. I'm just trying to pull up my creator studio. I apologize, guys. My internet's being a little bit dumb. Ugh, and I got freaking allergies out the butt because it's high pollen outside. I respect that I was trying to do content myself last year, but my mental health derailed. Understandable. It's just, life is hard, and it's just mainly, you gotta just find your niche within it that's gonna be, you know, make it less difficult. And, like, no bad days is really hard, man. Because it's not super realistic. I was doing great. Got like 800 subscribers in a few months, but I was too fat and lazy to get a thing done in real life or on here. It's hard to find a work-life balance. You gotta stay active. It sounds to me like you do by running, which is great. You know, Chief keeps me active, but I definitely don't be as active as I should with him. Nisha's there waiting for me if I actually get off my ass and make the content. Yeah. I agree. Everybody's niche is out there waiting for them. You just have to connect with them. Don't think that's where I go. Maybe that is where I go. No. Do we go to common? No. That sounds about right. Dude, 50 plus pounds in 6 months is still a great accomplishment. Sometimes it's heredity, sometimes it's dietary. I mean, there's lots of reasons as to why it would be bobbing up and down. Here, I got this dreamstone in this cup. What up, Jimmy? Tifos is down on the floor, curled in a ball. Yeah, dude, Jimmy shows up and the stream goes from poor to excellent. Literally, like, I can't make this shit up. The stream quality was poor, and it was saying that it was going to be a poor viewing experience, and I was just like, I'm still going to push through it. Jimmy pops up, boom, goes from poor to excellent. Look at that. No worries, Slater, no worries. Well, that's everything. Excuse me while I use your pantry. Pantry ho! No, I think we gotta go to 600. No. I think so. Concert this weekend and a sexy beer trim on Friday. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Locking in is important. Like last night, when I was doing the Super Mario World full playthrough and I had to deal with some bullshit in Star Road. Your grandma's driving the sweatshirt over to you? Sweet. Please, when you get it, I can't wait to hear about it. Hopefully it's great. I'm glad that it didn't get porch pirated. Funny say, most of the women at my concert will probably be grandmas. It sticks. Word. Doody doody doo, we doody doody doo doody doo doo doo. Simplifying and ruining a great orchestral MIDI soundtrack. What are you doing, New? Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen that. I didn't discover anything new except for myself. What the hell? That news, like, stop it, you dog. Oh yeah, grandmas are hot. As long as I don't need a megaphone to hear, right? They have historically avoided that album for 30 years. I saw Ringo last year and he made fun of how old his female fans are compared to when he started in the Beatles. Yeah, well, that's probably a pretty easy way for you to feel like you've lived a lot of life so far, so they've known that you've watched it be like screaming teenagers all the way to screaming grannies, and you've seen it all. Ribbit. The song Layla by Eric Clapton was about George Harrison's wife. I did not know that. Nirvana Strike! Amphibian. And he takes the hero medal. It was crazy. He had members of Toto and Men at Work in his all-star band, so he'd help. He would play drums on their songs, and it was weird watching Ringo play backup to someone else at his own show. Be weird. Ah! Just obliterated him. So, after watching the person that you weren't even close to being as good at get one-shotted, are you going to try to attack me now? Beatles were your dad's favorite band too. Man, I had that Beatles rock band. It was the best. Really wish that I still had that stuff. I spent so much money on Rock Band back in the day. It was so cool to play that. It's just like it's just a social game, man. Like, I mean, only so many people were able to get through, and you got to figure, like, there's billions of peoples on the planet, and how many people were playing that well. Like, I mean, the internet is a perfect example. We can see these people that unfortunately don't have a lot of visual charisma, or they don't have a lot of social charisma, or they don't have a lot of confidence, but they can fucking play their face off on anything. You know, so, like, you see that, and it's just hard to not think, man, like, you know, how many people could have been better then, and they would have done more with, or whatever. YouTube is dropped down to poor quality again. It's alright, we're just doing what we can, man. Frank Zappa, Peter Gabriel. I feel like I should leave my healer in there. Yeah, that's crazy. That's also crazy on the Dick Cavett show how George Harrison exposed why they weren't releasing a charity album, that people were wondering where it was going out because he had expressed how the Red Cross wasn't giving 100% of the donations towards the cause, and they weren't going to release the album unless 100% of everything went towards whatever, and they didn't give a shit about all the bureaucracy of why other people had to make money off of a charity project, and they kept cutting away from Dick Cavett because he's uncomfortable and he doesn't know what to do, and they cut back from break and he's still talking about it, and it's almost like the whole thing hijacked the show and nobody told him to stop talking about it, but like he definitely exposed a lot of that industry that day. Absolutely. 100%. George and Ringo are the only reason why I still like the Beatles. Paul and John made it so much about them that I fucking like. It's just almost off-putting at this point in my life. I don't know where we gotta go. I forget where we're going next. I mean, everybody knows the Timekeeper is the drummer, and everybody knows that George had so many amazing hooks and bridges from songs that he wrote for their most popular songs, and it's just like those are the songs that he didn't get to even sing that much except for backup harmonies on and shit. Yeah. Yeah, have you seen the video? Ray showed me that, I think. The video of, like, when George quits the band. Like, literally, like, they're talking about getting lunch, and he's like, yeah, I just think I quit. Or, I mean, I'm paraphrasing. He's just like, yeah, I'm out of the band. And, like, then it's either George or not George, it's either Paul or John are just like, okay, well, this is where we can get a replacement. Like, they just go on talking about getting a replacement, like, right away. They're not even, like, they're not even emotionally hit by it at that point. And it's just, like, because they didn't give a shit, and it just really sucks. But at the end of the day, you know, it's why it went the way it went, and everything happens for a reason. George's son's band is amazing, too. If you've never heard the new number 2, Danny Harrison's band, oh man, so good. I don't know why YouTube's wavering today in quality so much. Just gonna wait for just a minute to see if my stream quality picks back up, because this is like one of the coolest parts. Heck yeah, Jimmy, heck yeah, man. I'm definitely doing some bike riding later. Especially because it's been nice today. I love riding my bike. I mean, I don't drive. I have a phobia of driving that I've tried to overcome my whole life, and I've driven very, very little with the temps situation going on, but because it was like an emergency where my ex needed somebody to help with the driving. So other than that, I've rode my bike, walked, or whatever my whole life, so everything's accessible. I mean, the only thing that sucks is when you have to try to carry stuff that's not backpackable, but I really enjoy biking around town when people are courteous, because man, I tell you what, people can be not courteous. It is so much fun though. Alright, looks like the stream went back to... well, maybe not. Keeps wavering between poor and excellent. It's not going in between. It's one of the most legendary parts of the game though. Yeah, we should be more public transit friendly. Of course it went to poor, back to poor. It's fine. I'll stop referencing it. I've never had a license, and since my dad passes hard, my dad was so good at driving he could drive with his knee. I remember my dad doing that knee trick growing up, man, and I was so scared, but then like I was just so amazed that he was driving without his hands, and I was like, I didn't look to see that it was his knee, and he just would pull me with that. I'm like, oh my god, my dad can drive without any hands. Woo! Thank you very much, Jimmy, for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. I'm I'm just trying to figure out if I'm missing. I feel like I'm missing something today. I can't remember. I feel like I'm missing something important today. I'm trying to figure out what it is in my brain. I'm just horrible with dates. Unless there's some sort of way that I can, like, find a way to remind myself, like, why I know the date. There's times that I just can't remember a damn date to save my life. The juggler. The juggler in Magus's castle strengthens his guard when attacked. Beware. This is a very important tip, and if you do not remember this tip when you go into this next section, you will be very, very sad, because those enemies are the worst in the castle. So make sure that you are mindful about the juggler enemy. Gonna have to get my license because my dad left about 5 cars and trucks. Man. That's understandable, Jimmy. If you have all of that available to you, it makes sense to try to do it. My kids just keep pressuring me because they know that my life quality would be better if I drove, and they're like, yeah, you should drive, but I just know part of the cost of getting a car off-puts, my desire to do it. I don't make a lot of money, so, like, the thought of having to add insurance and gas and car upkeep into the situation I'm in right now doesn't seem like it makes much sense until I get into a healthier financial situation, and that's not going to happen until, more work is put into the channel, into my other job. So I'm pretty contingent on hoofing it still and riding my bike, because those things don't cost me any money usually. Maybe a couple $100 for a new bike every couple of years when it breaks down, but you're in a situation where if you have all those cars, I definitely understand, as long as you're not, intimidated by it, why you wouldn't want to be able to do that, especially having all that available to you. Use the restroom real quick. This is a pretty involved part. It's probably the majority of the part that we're gonna do is Magus's lair, but this is pretty much one of the coolest parts. We got so much in common, Jimmy. It's weird. I mean, your birthday's 2 days before mine. We're both Aries. The driving thing, though, is crazy. It's not like they're Ferraris. Yeah, but they're still your dad's cars. I'll be right back. Yeah, I got a driver's ed, and then like they said, hey, we don't have room for everybody. We need a couple people to step out. And me and my friends like, okay, we'll leave because we didn't really like the instructor. If I would have stayed, I probably wouldn't have the phobia and all that other shit. Okay, it probably would help to not have crappy gear for you. Hell yeah, Ford Thunderbird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the other ones. I'd definitely keep the Ford and definitely keep the Thunderbird. Or definitely keep the Thunderbird and definitely keep the truck. Hell yeah. That's a lot better than the 7 I was doing.
Hell yeah, this fight just got epic. Oh, damn. No, that much, jeez. Damn. Yes! Woo! Sorry I was quiet. That was close. Jeez. Let's check out with chat. Holy shit. That one was a bit rough. Part of the reason I'm trying to build up a badass video game collection is I want it to be generational so my kids and future descendants can play this shit forever. Have fun and memories to pass down. Yeah, I missed you on the Super Mario World stream last night, Jimmy. I obviously I don't always know what your schedule is, but I was very happy to get a time in. I'm sure I'm gonna run it again. Dad was a little old to get you in the game of things and music because he gave you a record collection. That's awesome. They aren't allowed to sell your records or games when I pass. Setting up a state so your collection of shit is properly curated forever. Awesome. The tattoo that had crazy records. He liked Mario. Trying to get my dad into Mario Kart though, it's not too bad. I think I need to get one of the wheels with the pedals though. He'd like that much better. Yeah, a lot of people when they get retired, I mean, something fun to do, something new and fun to do. Yeah, I totally understand you find a game for him. Understand, Slater. It just says my dad had a crazy record collection. He just loved Mario when he beat Mario at Super Mario World. Yeah, second wife. Because she didn't marry a gamer. What a horrible person. Like, how dare you find joy that could take away from the attention that you should be bestowing upon me? And don't tell me to get in the kitchen. Ha 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 ha. Divorced the bitch and got back with my mom. See ya, Slash. Make sure you do not forget to pick up the sweet blade. Ooh, sweet blade. You mean I don't get all of the attention and you're going to have fun with something that's not me? What? That was my first girlfriend. I mean, she just was jealous of things that were not giving her attention. So the video game collection had to go. And and this is, back in the day, and I had probably a tenth of the library and all choice stuff. I'm just like, okay, I like getting kisses and hugs. I don't want video games anymore. Derp. Alright, so the slasher blade is for me, I believe. And it will bump our attack from... It only gives us one more attack, but +2 on speed is good, unless the flint edge gave something else, which it doesn't. So we're only getting 1 on the attack, but +2 to speed is a good. Let's have Marley freaking heal everybody. My future girlfriend needs to be an OnlyFans millionaire gamer girl. Hey, I would love a gamer girl. I'm trying to find somebody that's in my, I mean, not to be like oversharing, but I feel like I could go plus, I feel like I could comfortably go plus and minus 10 years and feel okay. I just don't want there to be a super big disconnect. That's the thing. Like, I know people go super younger and super older, and it's just like, if the love is there, that makes sense, but I just don't want there to be like a big disconnect in interest. So it's just like, especially music, man. I'm not trying to be mean, and I feel like as long as the person that could be with me can understand that I may not like all of their music, as long as they don't force that shit on me, how do I say this without alienating people and making people frustrated with hearing an opinion such as this, but I personally just feel like music is overrated if it's not done correctly. Music in a vibrational sense, because we have seen what vibrational things do to, like, I don't know, they've taken particles, they've taken sand and they put it on top of like a drum top, and then they vibrated it to a specific sound barrier, and it's formed shapes, so we know that it can do that. So like, it's the same way with the moon and the tides and all this shit. I just feel like certain music isn't healthy for you, and like, you'll get into a specific rut and find yourself, you know, mantra-inning, you know, putting into a mantra form and an affirmation form a bunch of bad shit by listening to the wrong music. So, like, it's gotten to the point where it took me a long time to realize this. So my music is pretty much limited to safe, fun stuff, classical stuff, a lot of classical music without words, things in a vibrational situation where it keeps me in a high resonance. It keeps me happy. It doesn't keep, like, there's a time and a place for you to listen to Trent Reznor's masterpiece, Pretty Hate Machine. Every day on a fucking loop for weeks is not the place anymore for a person like me. You know what I mean? Like, so I gotta be able to deal with, you know, I'm sorry, but if all of your music is comprised of everybody's first name is Lil, and that's like the majority of it, we're probably not going to be compatible if you make me listen to that all the time. I probably won't want to listen to it at all. That's just me. You know, I'm Pops. I'm 45, you know, I was born in the 80s. That's just not my jam. You know? But, like, it doesn't mean that you can't be your jam, as long as we can respect each other on that tangent, but most of the time people can't, and then there becomes this disconnect where you're just like, you know, I'm sorry, but your music's horrible. Like, I don't want to start saying that shit, you know, it's just not right, but at the end of the day, you know, that could be closer to my opinion, but, like, if you really love somebody, you'll respect that they can do what they want to do, but as long as they, you know, can let you independently do what you want to do, too. Which a rich woman, he didn't do it, though. It's alright, Jimmy. Yep, everyone has the right to have a preference. Yep, absolutely. Everybody has the right to have a preference, just don't force it on me, you know? That's, like, I would never force somebody to sit through and listen to, like, you know, Beethoven or Chopin. I wouldn't do that, but, you know, but again, I find a lot of comfort in the alternative music and the stuff that my parents listened to, so rock and punk and grunge and all that stuff from the 70s, 80s, and 90s is what I still predominantly listen to. But, like, then you'll have the people that will, like, listen to mumble rap and then tell you that it's the greatest shit ever, and if you don't understand it, that you're out of touch. Like, it's not that I don't understand it, I just don't like it. Like, I just, you know. Damn, we one-shotted that guy. There's some rappers that have Lil in their name that are good, but it just seems like there's just a million that aren't. Now we have to start this fight without any MP. Who is this person? Keep your guard up. This is no ordinary woman. Meet Flea, the magician. Hey, what the? Hey, I'm a guy. That is a guy? Male, female, what's the difference? Power is beautiful, and I've got the power. It's an androgynous character that is mad that you care about what it appears to be, and I think that that's cool. Because you shouldn't, like I said, you shouldn't focus on looks. Too fucking biggie. I'm glad that I gave that, you know, got the mid-ether on Froggy there. Or not Friday, Chrono got busted. Okay. Oh shit. Hey, Ty! Yeah! Woo! You know, I'll just do what I normally do in a situation like this. Just gobble them all up myself. Can I use a shelter at the other place? I feel like I need to if it's still an option. Not that I want to face the freaking skeletons in the Omnicron. No thank you. Makes more sense than using a bunch more resources individually. Muko! Hey, Muko! At least your Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl! Woo! Two bosses down. I was saving this specific episode of Chrono Trigger for a rainy day, knowing that it was going to be fun, you know, Magus' castle and all that. Alright, we're at the next part. Actually, just for funsies, since I have to use the restroom, I figured I'll just park us right here. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Have fun conversations. Click.
Yay, the Chiefos got up here! Woo! Oh, why did you step on my phone? Is that how it is, Chief? You really gonna be on my spot? Easy go, boy. What's going on, man? YouTube's acting so weird.
What, finally pop back?
They can't help you now. Doomfinger. Yay, no juggler fights for me! I'm doing pretty good, Jimmy. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate that. Decided to stream one of my favorite games today. Had a pretty decent Mario World stream last night. I hope you're doing spectacular today, Jimmy.
forgot about this. Wow. They literally will keep changing their attributes if you know, mess that up, so that's pretty choice. If you go in between the statues, you have to do fights every single one of those. What? Yeah. Lightning damage. Let's see if I can get this done. I don't have any shadows though. go.
Yeah, this is on the original SNES.
Yeah, I'm using a capture card.
Man, the internet, I mean, it just has dropped the entire couple hours I've played this. Which just sucks, because, like, I can only play this portion for you guys one time for the first time, and this was the time. But I'm trying to push through it. It just keeps bobbing from poor to excellent.
shit. Yeah, he's been so formidable this entire quest line. The last couple hours to fight him has been like kept my internet bobbing from like excellent to shit. So like hopefully it doesn't crash out before I finish it. Hey Mega Man. Damn. Damn. Oh shit, they're supposed to go to Glenn. Shit. Oh
Wow. Woo! Excellent. Excellent. Hell yeah. 55, 55. That's some weird numbers too. Hell yeah. Woo! Ice water hit and him staying on water as the last thing was definitely important for me. Hey, Chivo, you good boy. Oh man, you have to like know. You have to just know, man. If you don't know, then you have to look it up, and if you don't look it up, then you just have to you just have to have a good battle plan and just, God, you know, stay consistent, because any one of those times that I would have messed up any of those cycles, then I would have just been dead. Nice job kicking his ass. Thanks. Data dropped again. It needs to come up at least for me to finish this. That's crazy. Alright guys, well, Lavos is messing with interdimensional portals, and we were lucky enough to get through the fight and everything else, but this stream is bobbed up and down, and it just goes to show that, you know, when you really enjoy something, you can persevere. It just sucks that it was only I was only able to do this for the first time one time for you guys, and it was just a little bit marred by some tech issues, but we're gonna get through them. We're gonna get to a save point. We got through Magus' Castle, finished putting together the Masamune. It was a very successful session. I just don't know what it's going to look like in perpetuity, but that also makes me know that I'm going to be really happy that when I do eventually get a retro tank and get to go through this stuff again, then it's going to be crispy and look great. I'm still going to be able to play on original hardware, so I'm really appreciative of everybody that has stopped by and hung out for this stuff, especially people that love Chrono Trigger. That's one of my favorite games. I got a lot of posters and stuff like that, original, you know, stuff like that. This is original cartridge, obviously. I'm just a big fan. Didn't know I liked Akira Toriyama as much as I did until I found out who he was. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I really like that guy. But you guys are amazing for hanging out. Chifo's just took over the entirety of the comfy spot too, but I was able to get her done. If you want to look at the community post, you can see the chief's head. Alright, looks like it's a rep-type fight next time. Forward to the past. But until then, thank you very, 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 very much to everybody that come through this session and hung out. Let's see. Chief, you are getting rowdy now, huh? Yeah, so basically thank you to Slater. Thank you to Coco Beat. Appreciate you. Thank you, Jimmy. Really glad that you stopped by. No. She was getting crazy now.
Thank you for the super chat as well. Can heart that now? I couldn't comment, but I can heart it. Thank you to Ty. I know Ty stopped by. If I don't mention you, it's never intentional. It's never an intentional slight. Mega Man. Thank you very much, Mega Man. Mega Man came in at the end. Yes. Yeah. Slater, Mega Man, Jimmy, Ty. And Coco at the beginning. Yeah, you guys are all awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Muko! Ooh, Muko's here, yes. Muko. You guys are amazing. I really wish that the stream wouldn't have jumped up and down as much. I would have definitely went longer. But this is as good as a place as any. So, until next time, guys. It's been Brian, aka Pops from the Vid-Bits. Good game, good goal.